What if I told you that you could design a high converting landing page in just 15 minutes? Today, I'm putting myself to the test, building a full landing page from scratch in Figma with the timer. Let's see if I can pull it off. By the end, you'll learn how to create a clean, effective landing page using simple design principles. Plus, I'll share common mistakes to avoid so you don't waste time on bad design. All right, let's get into it. So here are the challenge rules. Okay, here's how it's gonna go. I have 15 minutes to build a landing page, no pre-made assets, everything from layout to buttons has to be made in real time. If I don't finish, I'll have to do a mystery penalty that you guys suggest in the comments, so please just go easy on me. And hey, if you like this type of challenge, drop a comment on what I should do next and we'll do something pretty cool. I thought about doing maybe like a 1 minute website, 10 minute, and maybe 1 hour, or maybe even longer. I don't know, but just drop some comments. All right, let's set a timer and then let's get started. All right, it's gonna be fun. I actually got to like lock in. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. All right, so I got the timer set, got the timer set, and we are about to get started. Okay, cool. Let's get this going. And start. All right, cool. So first, I'm gonna start blocking out a basic wireframe. So I always set out my little desktop frame here. So we got this going on. Now I should probably mention like what we're even like designing for. It's gonna be like a coach, basically, like a fitness coach, pretty much. So we got this here, and let's start laying out a wireframe. So I'm gonna lay out. Let's see here. Get a couple things going on here. That going. Okay, so I'm gonna lay out our navigation here, and then we need to have a header, so we'll have that going on here. Our little hero section, and then we need a call to action button, so we'll go ahead and make one of those. Drop that down here, pop that in here, and I'm gonna show you how to keep everything aligned later on, but for right now I just want to get through a couple things. We got that. I'm gonna make our frame a little bit bigger. Okay, so we got this here. All right, and you always want to start with the simple wireframe. It just helps to keep things organized. That way you don't start overcomplicating things by adding in colors and stuff like that way too early. Seems to be a common problem. Cool, so we'll have this here, which is great. I'm gonna make this a bit longer. Alrighty, so now that we got that laid out, we'll have some testimonials down here, something like this. Just here. Testimonials, something like this. We'll do, yeah, maybe something like that. Boom, we'll just duplicate that. Let's see here. It's hard because like you gotta like talk and still focus at the same time.
Music licensing
reimagined. Let's see. All right, we need that there. See what else we need. Something too complicated. So down here we'll just have another kind of call to action, and then we'll have a footer down here. Cool. All right, and this. All right, cool. We have a very basic wireframe. So from here we can even start adding in things like logos. So I would do this. Go ahead and just slap that in the top left corner here. So the thing is like you don't want to go too complicated with fonts, colors, or anything. As you can tell, everything is just gray, basically. The goal here is all you want to see is the basic layout and how things are gonna kind of work and look. So we'll get this set up on the other side. Another image over here, something like this. Boom.
Music licensing.
We'll have that going on, and then this is where we'll go and plug in our testimonials. So we have something going on here. Grab our testimonials, pop it in there. Something like that, we want this. And then we'll move our footer up like that. Boom. All right, cool. We only have 7 minutes, so let's start changing some stuff. All right, cool. So let's start filling in some of these images. So for images, normally I would outline them like this on how we would outline images. Something like that. So that way you know that is where an image is going to go. Boom. But we don't have that much time, so I'm just going to do the very basic stuff. All right, cool. We'll take that off. Let's go ahead and just start throwing some images in here. Go up here. We'll use Unsplash, just it's the easiest, honestly, because we want to be a coach, right? So we want to motivate people. So you got to think about what people are thinking about. The thing is, you got to think about like who's going to be seeing this, who's going to be using this, right? And honestly, I think what would be sick is if we just did this, probably just like a full size image. Okay, spell. All right, let's see here. This one's cool. So the only thing is you also have to think about obviously like accessibility. So like that one, you know, it's kind of a cool image, but obviously you can't really read the text that well. So you want something that's a little easier to read on. So maybe we do something like this. That way we can grab these guys, just make them white. Also, we want to make this stand out, right? So we want to think about the hierarchy and stuff. So we'll make these two stand out. And the thing is you also want to make sure your call to action never blends in. You never want it to blend in. So when we make it stand out, we need to make sure it's popping, right? So ideally we would have a color palette to work with right now. And the way I like to make color palettes is by either using Adobe Color or a similar program. to explore. It's crazy how much I'm doing right now. I do not have time for this, and yet I'm still doing it. I'm literally still doing it right now as I'm talking. All right, we're gonna do this one. All right, cool. Now the thing is, you want to try to use like the 60-30-10 rule. So 60% your main color, 30% your secondary, 10% accent color. So most of our buttons here are gonna be that accent color. So you really want it to pop out. So I'll probably do this green. Those popping out, we'll make the text, and then we'll keep it black for usability sake. We'll make them a little more bold. We need to throw an image here. It's actually crazy. Okay, cool. How would I do this? Let's see here. I'd actually do something like this here, maybe. Yeah. Yep. This is what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with this here, something like this. Another one like that. And this right here. And I'm gonna come in here. Bro, this is actually crazy. Okay, hold on. Portrait, boom. And then text, Abby Jenkins. Okay. All right. Abby Jenkins right there. Okay, hold on. Ooh. Okay. I don't have enough time for this. This is actually big. Make this stand out. Make that smaller. Than so big. For this one, we're gonna make 16. Bro, I got 2 minutes. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm locking in. Everybody, I'm locking in. This is actually going crazy right now. Okay, boom. What are we gonna put here? Oh, no, yeah, but we're gonna figure it out together as a team. All right, this fill. Let's make it also pop out. We're gonna do background color. Something like this. Looks pretty good. And then we'll throw our text in here. Okay, I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You got this. All right, you got more sentences. 2, 5. Might be too much. We'll edit. No, it's good. All right, cool. We're gonna get bigger. Something like that. And we'll just center it up. I want to do a little more spacing with the lettering just to. So easier, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Okay, all right. So now we have this. It's replaced. Oh no. It's all good. It's already on minute 14. Minute 14. All right, we got this. We got this. Honestly, don't even need that crazy of a footer. We can just honestly don't even need that. Slide it down. Boom. We can just take this up here. Pop it down here, something like that. We probably want to do another form, honestly, but there's not enough time for that, so it's fine. This button. Oh god, this button. All right. Gotta make this stand out as well. We'll just use this one, main color. All right, that looks great. Except this doesn't look great. Oh, 36 seconds. All right. Cool. Just gotta make this fit. Even though this is gonna get weird. All right, start making noise. That's how you know. I'm locked in. 17 seconds. All right. We don't have a logo yet. Oh no. All right, hold on. Team. All right. Boom. 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 We didn't even pick. The crazy thing is we didn't even pick fonts. We literally didn't even pick a font. We're using Insert, which is like the basic font. All right, that was it. That's all we got. That was 15 minutes. All right, so basically what happened here is I let the bell ringer timer thing just keep going, and I did not realize that it was going. So we're just gonna voice over what I'm saying here. But basically, I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, it looks cool. I say yeah a lot, and like, but it is what it is. I'm just wanna let's just talk through some stuff. All right, cool. So what I'm gonna do here is I am currently let's see here. So yeah, I'm trying to make a good hero section here. So we have our image over here to the side, and I'm pretty sure I actually ended up just moving it back how it was over here on this left side, with it being that full image. But I'm trying out some different things here. I think it's good to try out a bunch of different designs whenever you are designing and you're trying to figure out your website. I mean, you want to obviously appeal to your ideal user, so you want to think about who's going to be visiting this website, what are they going to be looking for, and just how are they going to go through your website. And that's like what UX is. That's the whole user experience part, right? That is going from landing on your website and actually, you know, looking through it and reaching out, rather than just looking at your website and be like, all right, I'm gonna dip because I don't really know what this person's selling or what they're doing, you know. But yeah, so you just want to make sure that your website is just consistent, right? So you want to be consistent with your layouts, kind of how you're going about your different pages and stuff. You want to make sure that it all just looks like it's from the same website, and you don't want anything to look out of place. You know what I'm saying? If your landing page, your home page looks completely different than your about page, and like it has a completely different color scheme, different typography, like different fonts, you know, all that stuff is what typography is. And if it all looks different, it just lessens the value of the website. But if you have everything that's consistent, it looks like it was built with intent. It looks like everything was done on purpose. And so that's kind of like the key whenever you're designing, is if you need to stick to something, like pick something and stick to it, and just make sure it's consistent throughout. And that's kind of why on big design jobs, like on big websites and stuff, you have design systems and you know, more complex stuff like that. And it even goes deeper into like the spacing into different things and all that. And so but for just laying out your own website at home, if you're doing it on like you know, Squarespace or something like that, you just want to make sure that you are being intentional with how you're designing. Think about the user and how they're going to look at it and how they're going to interpret what you're putting there. And that'll help you decide certain decisions. What should go where? Should we have the Q&A higher than the testimonials? Should we have the testimonials above the Q&A? And that's also another thing that you can just start testing. So let's say right now I have the testimonials below the Q&A. Well, maybe I have this go for, you know, a couple weeks on my site live, and I see how I see what the bounce rate is, and the bounce rate is like how quickly people are, you know, leaving your website pretty much. And so I would go based off of that on and some other things, of course, to see the analytics on how my layout is doing. And if it's not doing that well, then I might try something else out. And depending on which one works better, I would take it more that route. But yeah, so here I am adjusting some other things, make our logo stand out. We are changing some buttons. The thing I just took off there was the grid. I like to use a grid, especially on Figma when I can. That way you can lay out something and it's all very consistent. You can make everything just line up properly. So yeah, I am now laying out our colors, again, following that 60-30-10 rule. So your 60% is your main color, 30% would be your secondary, and that 10% is your accent. So right now our accent would be that orange, or 30% is going to be like this kind of like dark greenish thing. Yeah, you'll see me kind of put it in there. And then that little, I guess the 60% would just be the white, pretty much. What's going on, guys? Okay, cool. So I'm back. I designed one that I would actually design. I took my time. It took probably, how long have we been recording? It probably took another, like, I don't know, 40 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. I don't know. A little bit longer, but this is something that I would actually, you know, take to a client and be able to show them and ask them their actual thoughts about it. And this would be a real solid starting point to go off of. As you can see here, there's a lot of updates that we made. So first of all, we have a bigger hero section. That's the main thing. The second thing is, as you can tell, is the colors. The colors are working a whole lot better here than they are here. I took a different color palette. So instead of doing this color palette, I went with this one that I took from Adobe. And the way that I created this color palette is by using the Adobe Color theme extractor. So I just dropped the image in here and it made the color palette for me. So it's a quick tip for you. So if you ever need to make a quick color palette, just drop an image into the Adobe Color theme extractor and it'll make one for you. It's super easy.
Music licensing reimagined.
We have our coach here, and this is actually another spot that I didn't even notice, but you can, you know, again, add some more color here. You know, you don't want to do too much. I might just even do something like that. As you go down, we have a Q&A section we threw in here. That way, you know, the user could understand more about the program and some quick, you know, questions that most people might ask. We might even have, you know, an ask a quick question kind of button here is probably what I'll throw in there. We have our reviews down here. As you can see, a lot different than Abby Jenkins over here. Different layout. I just thought this looked better, a little cleaner. And then we have our footer down here with our different stuff laid out. So yeah, it was a really fun challenge. I enjoyed it. I mean, 15 minutes went by super fast, a lot faster than I thought. Here, but yeah, 15 minutes went by a lot faster than I thought. Honestly, like, wasn't expecting that, but it was super fun and I really enjoyed it. So if you guys have any more challenges or tutorials that you want to see, please just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, hit a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, comment. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. And if you would like to check out this design, I'll leave the Figma file just exactly how it is right now, and you can play around in it and just see how I lay things out.
Reimagined.
But yeah, it was fun. I'll see y'all next time.